Hey, what's going on, you guys? King Compassion back again with another video, and in today's video I'm doing a testimonial for Matthew David Hurtado's Spiritual Millionaires workshop. So you guys, I have to just come right out and say it that this workshop was one of the most beneficial things I could have done for my own consciousness and just personal development ever. So let me tell you a little bit about how I found out about Matthew David Hurtado. It was about a year ago. I was just searching up on YouTube. I was scrolling down YouTube and I saw one of Matthew David's videos, and it said, give me 15 minutes and I'll give you the solution to have it all, or like the godlike power to have it all. So yeah, I was very interested. I clicked that video. It was 15 minutes. And this guy was going on all types of topics, from the Vedic knowledge to, he was talking about like Buddhism, the Bible, Christianity, just like all these different topics in just 15 minutes. He was talking about monatomic gold and just vibration and just how the energy in the universe worked. He's talking about the attractive and repulsive laws of like law of attraction, because you know there's law of attraction, but then there's all these other universal and divine laws that there are in the world. So that got me interested in his personal products. He has a thing called DNA Evolve, has magnesium and electrolyte supplements, all these different things. There's a lot of things that he covers, from health, wealth, love, happiness, and just your own personal self-love and prosperity. So Matthew David Hurtado has a book called Allow, and that was one of the first things that I saw from him. Anyways, this is about the Spiritual Millionaires workshop that he had hosted in Wisconsin Dells. I'm just going to give you guys a whole rundown of my experience going to this workshop, just even before I went to the workshop. Getting to this workshop was kind of a lot, to be honest, because it was all the way in Wisconsin, and I don't know, when I had researched how long it was going to take me to get from where I'm at in Virginia to all the way to Wisconsin. And at first I had thought it had said 7 hours to drive, right? 7 hours to drive, but really it's 17 hours. I realized that like maybe a week or two before it was time for me to go to Wisconsin. And at first I was just gonna go by myself, just me, go to Wisconsin and have this experience. But my mom, I told her that it was gonna be a 17-hour drive, and she's like, Jonathan, you can't do that alone. Like, that's not safe. She decided to come with me. So me and my mom decided to go together to Wisconsin. On our way there, I had decided to check my bank account just to make sure that I had enough money just to get gas or whatever. When I checked my account, it was like negative $480, you guys. So I was like, dang, son, like what happened? So I called my bank, and then they said that it looks like your check has been held or something like that. So I called my job, and let's just say everything got straightened away with that. So I get there, we had to go through that. And then when we got to the Wisconsin, my mom, she came with me, right? So at first I was gonna be staying in this lodging by myself, and I just wanted to make sure that it was okay for her to come in the lodging, but we weren't exactly sure about that. So we decided to get our own separate hotel. We got to the hotel that we were supposed to be staying in. My mom, she just didn't like it. It was really dirty, and we were trying to see if we can get a refund, but the guy was like, no, you can't get a refund. He's like, we're super booked here. Even though it was like super empty in that parking lot, there was nobody there. Long story short, Matthew David and his wife Sabrina allowed us to stay in the lodging, both me and my mom. That was really caring and kind on their part, because I really wanted my mom to be comfortable while she was there with me. She did. She came all the way from where we were in Virginia to go there to help me out, so I was really appreciative of that. So the very first day, I got to meet everybody who was at the workshop. So everybody who was attending, we got to meet Matthew, we got to meet his wife Sabrina, and we met all of the other people who were going to attend. And so this was very interesting, because you know, at first we were kind of all like timid and like nervous to share our experiences with each other, but by the end of this, you guys, we were all really good friends, and I feel like we're gonna be lifelong friends after this. The very first day, it was just like we were letting all of our baggage go. We did an exercise where we pretty much let all of our unforgiveness, shame, and guilt out. Anything that we felt like we were holding on to, like people who we felt had wronged us, or people who we felt like just had not been there for us, we just pretty much let all that out, and we forgave them right then and there. We wrote like these letters. I'm gonna say that the first night was really inspiring, because the very first night, I'm not gonna mention any names, I had met somebody while I was in the workshop, and she's such a nice lady. And when we got outside of the workshop, she was asking me, like, you know, are we good with money? And I was telling her the whole experience about what happened with my check being held and like my account being in a negative and everything. And she just reached into her wallet and she said, I know it's not much, but here you go. And this lady, she gave me $100, and that really warmed my heart and made me so appreciative and grateful, because I've never had somebody ever give me that much amount of money that I just barely met. And I told my mom, I was like, yo, this person just gave us $100. And she was like, I was like, do you feel like we should give it back? My mom was like, yeah. And then we tried to pull up, and she's like, I gave that out of love. There's no reason for you to give it back. And I was just like, wow, like, that was really good. That was really cool experience for the very first day. But I'm gonna kind of fast forward until the very end, because I've looked at Matthew, right? I've looked at his videos, I've read his book, but something still told me to come here and to experience this whole workshop for myself. The very first 3 days, like I said, the very first day, that was awesome to have that experience and to meet everybody and to get everything off our chest, and to have that lady give me $100. That was really cool too. But everything didn't come full circle for me until the very last day. The whole time throughout this Spiritual Millionaires workshop, we were giving intention. So for 10 minutes, we would look at one person and we would give all of our energy to that one person. Whatever their desire was to be, we would envision them with that, or whatever that desire was, them already having it. It didn't change for me until this one person. Again, I'm not going to mention any names, but me and him became really cool friends while we were there. Like, me and him kind of matched energies. Like, when we were out, we were going out in town and we were just having fun, just joking around and everything like that. And so I had this image of him, that he was just super self-confident, and that like he had massive just confidence and love, and was kind of just already inner peaceful. I thought he really came here for a different reason. Matthew, he asked him, he's like, all right, now we're going to give our intention to this person, and he's going to come over here and he's going to demonstrate, him unblocking his, inner blocks and everything like that. We did the intention for 10 minutes. Then that person, he came up, and then Matthew was like, what's really blocking you? Like, what is it that you want to feel? And then the person said he wants to feel feelings. And then I was like, dang, like, you want to feel feelings? Like, at its most basic level, you just want to be able to feel something. And then that really hit me at first. And then Matthew was like, all right, so now you're going to coach yourself. You're going to talk to yourself like you're the surrogate father that you've always wanted, or something that you always needed to be there. He was coaching the person through it. Or he was coaching himself. The person was coaching himself through it. He's like, hey, you can do whatever you want. He's like, you can be anything you want to be. You can feel any feelings you want to feel. But it was like, at first, the first 2 times he made him go through it, he wasn't taking it too serious. He's like, man, you're the best. Like, you can do it. And then he's like, look, now I really want you to look at yourself. And I'm actually missing something, you guys. Before he even made him coach everybody, or coach himself, he made multiple people come up from the crowd, and he made them give him hugs. So it was like about 7 people. Hugs have a lot of energy. They give a lot of energy, and pretty much what you give, you get back. And that's why hugs are so beneficial. But after that, he made him go through all the different coachings. He made him tell himself that, you're the best. Like, he made him coach himself as a surrogate father that he always wanted. On the 3rd time, when he was trying to coach himself, like, be his own dad, he started to choke up. And then Matthew was like, it's okay, man, just let it all out. This guy, he just started crying. And this is what really got me, you guys, because I have a lot of unsaid and unfinished things, I guess, with my dad, and I've held a lot of guilt, shame, and unforgiveness towards my dad. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't even forgive. There's a lot of things that I thought I had forgiven, or like I thought I had gotten over, but I hadn't actually went face to face with them. And so to see him share his experience and share himself in front of everybody, and to be vulnerable and to actually cry like that, it unlocked so many emotions in me that I haven't even felt for a long time, you guys. Like, I started crying. I couldn't stop crying. Like, just tears were just coming down my face, and I felt so much better afterwards. And all I'm trying to say, you guys, is that going through the Spiritual Millionaires workshop, how it changed me today is that I can literally transform myself in the twinkling of an eye. If there is any type of doubt, shame, unforgiveness, anxiety, or anything like that, I have to just remember that the mind, it is not it. I have to allow myself to be in the presence of right now. I have to allow myself to sit in this moment. And in this moment, this is where I will have a divine solution. Not in the mind, not in the who, what, when, where, why, not in the past, not in the future, not in all these different things that I'll never even be able to contemplate. I have to really just be in the present and allow God, the universe, I just have to allow God and the universe to make the miracles happen for me. I can't think that I'm doing everything myself. I have to realize that some things are really out of my power. and that my 5 cents human ego existence cannot do everything. And that's really what I got out of it, is that anytime that I feel a certain way, I can get out of that certain way in a twinkling of an eye, in an instant. All I have to do is sit there and really, first I have to allow myself to be in the present moment and allow the desired outcome to come. Then I have to release all my shame, unforgiveness, and guilt. Then I have to actually be the person who I want to be. I have to coach myself into being the person who I want to be every single day. I'm Jonathan, I'm King Compassion. I'm the person who's going to be making $25,000 a year. I want to be the person who's making $25,000 a month. I'm going to be helping people, to inspire people. I'm going to help them to get rid of their unconscious blocks and their conscious blocks. Help them to be the 100% greatest person that they're ever meant to be. Just, you guys, this Spiritual Millionaires workshop was so beneficial for me. For this, it's like, all right, imagine that you're a basketball player and like you get a whole weekend with your favorite basketball player, whoever you want it to be. You get a whole weekend with them and they get to coach you. Like, wouldn't you take that chance? Wouldn't you take that life changing opportunity? And that's what I felt like this was. This was a life-changing opportunity. I made so many friends, and really it just comes down to me. Am I gonna do the things that he taught me in those 4 days every single day? With this, I feel like I can master a law of attraction. I can master my attraction and my repulsion. I can see where I'm at in the space. I can see like what is blocking me, and I can let those things go, and I can allow more to come to me. I can become a magnet to the things that I desire, and really just sit here in the moment and realize, in this moment, right now, there is no problem. You know, there's just peace. And while I realize that I'm in the present, I find joy. And that's all I can ask for you guys, is that I can be joyful and I can be peaceful, and I can share that with you, and I can share that with other people who need it. And that's why I think this Spiritual Millionaires workshop was so beneficial. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. I probably missed a few things. I probably stutter-stepped and I was talking a little bit too much, but that's okay, you guys. I need to share this message with you, and I need to do this for Matthew and for Sabrina, because they're awesome people. And I am so thankful. Thank you so much, Matthew. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you so much for this workshop. And if you're really interested, I suggest that you go into my description below, click on Matthew's channel, subscribe to him, check out his stuff for yourself. You can get this book for free on his website, Allow, and I think even Ask Until It's Given. So go ahead and check out his content. He's an amazing person. He knows his stuff. But anyways, this is King Compassion. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.